God is saying to you today. One Sabbath Jesus changed into going through the grain fields, and his disciples started to choose a few heads of grain, rub them of their palms and devour the kernels. Some of the Pharisees asked, "Why are you doing what's illegal at the Sabbath?" Jesus responded them, "Have you in no way examined what David did whilst he and his partners had been hungry? He entered the residence of God, and taking the consecrated bread, he ate what's lawful simplest for monks to devour. And he additionally gave a few to his partners. Then Jesus stated to them, the Son of Man is Lord of the Sabbath." On some other Sabbath he went into the synagogue, and changed into teaching, and a person changed into their whose proper hand changed into shrunk. The Pharisees and the lecturers of the regulation had been searching out a cause to accuse Jesus, so that they watched him intently to look if he might heal at the Sabbath. But Jesus knew what they had been wondering, and stated to the person with the shrunk hand, "Get up and stand in the front of all and sundry." So he were given up and stood there. Then Jesus stated to them, "I ask you, that is lawful at the Sabbath, to do top or to do evil, to keep lifestyles or to break it?" He appeared round at 'em all, after which stated to the person, "Stretch out your hand." He did so, and his hand changed into absolutely restored. But the Pharisees and the lecturers of the regulation had been livid and started to speak about with each other what they could do to Jesus. The 12 Apostles. One of these days Jesus went out to a mountainside to pray, and spent the night time praying to God. When morning came, he referred to as his disciples to him, and selected 12 of them, whom he additionally particular apostles. Simon, whom he named Peter, his brother Andrew, James, John, Philip, Bartholomew, Matthew, Thomas, James son of Alphaeus, Simon who changed into referred to as the Zealot, Judas son of James, and Judas Iscariot, who have become a traitor. Blessings and woes. He went down with them, and stood on a degree place. A big crowd of his disciples changed into there, and a high-quality wide variety of human beings from throughout Judea, from Jerusalem, and from the coastal location round Tyre and Sidon, who had come to listen him, and to be healed in the diseases. Those stricken with the aid of using impure spirits had been cured. And the human beings all attempted to touch him, due to the fact strength changed into coming from him, and recuperation all. Looking at his disciples, he stated, "Blessed are you who are poor, for yours is the dominion of God. Blessed are you who starvation now, for you'll be satisfied. Blessed are you who weep now, for you'll snicker. Blessed are you whilst human beings hate you, once they exclude you and insult you and reject your call as evil, due to the Son of Man. Rejoice in that day and bounce for joy, due to the fact high quality is your praise in heaven. For this is how their ancestors handled the prophets. But woe to you who are rich, for you've got already acquired your comfort. Woe to you who are nicely fed now, for you'll pass hungry. Woe to you who snicker now, for you'll mourn and weep. Woe to you whilst all and sundry speaks nicely of you, for this is how their ancestors handled the fake prophets. Love for enemies. But to you who are listening I say, love your enemies, do top to individuals who hate you. Bless individuals who curse you. Pray for individuals who mistreat you. If a person slaps you on one cheek, flip to them the opposite additionally. If a person takes your coat, do now no longer withhold your blouse from them. Give to all and sundry who asks you, and if every person takes what belongs to you, do now no longer call for it back. Do to others as you'll have them do to you. If you like individuals who love you, what credit score is that to you? Even sinners love individuals who love them. And in case you do top to individuals who are top to you, what credit score is that to you? Even sinners do that. And in case you lend to the ones from whom you anticipate repayment, what credit score is that to you? Even sinners lend to sinners, watching for to be repaid incomplete. But love your enemies, do top to them, and lend to them without watching for to get something back. Then your praise may be high quality, and you'll be kids of the Most High, due to the fact he's typed to the ungrateful and wicked. Be merciful, simply as your Father is merciful. Judging others. Do now no longer judge, and you may now no longer be judged. Do now no longer condemn, and you may now no longer be condemned. Forgive, and you'll be forgiven. Give, and it will likely be given to you. A top degree, pressed down, shaken collectively and jogging over, may be poured into your lap. For with the degree you use, it will likely be measured to you. He additionally advised them this parable: Can the blind lead the blind? Will they now no longer each fall right into a pit? The pupil isn't always above the teacher, however all and sundry who's completely skilled may be like their teacher. Why do you study the speck of sawdust to your brother's eye, and pay no interest to the plank to your very own eye? How can you assert in your brother, "Brother, allow me take the speck from your eye," whilst you yourself miss out on the plank to your very own eye? You hypocrite, first take the plank from your eye, after which you'll see absolutely to take away the speck out of your brother's eye. A tree and its fruit. No top tree bears terrible fruit, nor does a terrible tree undergo top fruit. Each tree is diagnosed with the aid of using its very own fruit. People do now no longer choose figs from thorn bushes, or grapes from briars. A top guy brings top matters out of the best saved, up in his coronary heart, and an evil guy brings evil matters out of the evil saved up in his coronary heart. For the mouth speaks what the coronary heart is complete of. The wise and foolish builders. Why do you name me, Lord, Lord, and do now no longer do what I say? As for all and sundry who involves me, and hears my phrases and places them into exercise, I will display you what they may be like. They are like a person constructing a residence, who dug down deep and laid the mews on rock. When a flood came, the torrent struck that residence, however couldn't shake it, as it changed into nicely constructed. But the only who hears my phrases, and does now no longer position them into exercise, is sort of a guy who constructed a residence at the floor, without a foundation. The second the torrent struck that residence, it collapsed and its destruction changed into complete. Type 11:11. If you trust in God,